What's up, guys? Today, we're going to talk about how to attack the neck using some chokes from the back control. So check it out. All right, the back control will consist of you being behind your opponent with two hooks, all right? So I want to have my feet clamped up like this, and I could have a double under control at the lapels or a seatbelt position as such, all right? Doesn't matter. For the tutorial, all right, I'm going to take my legs out so you guys can see a little bit more what's happening, because we're going to focus on a couple of choking techniques from behind your opponent, but I want you guys to be able to zoom in and watch the handwork that's going to happen so you can learn how to do it correctly, okay? So the first technique, which is a basic choke, is going to be using the single wing choke. So all I'm going to do here is open his collar. So the hand that would be underneath here would open up the lapel. This is referred to as a lapel. Open this up, and the other one goes on top and just latches on to that, like you're holding a rope here. Now you're going to release the first grip and bring it towards his elbow, so you can slide this hand behind the neck. And now from here, as you're framing his head, you're going to pull the choke back into the neck, all right? So this is referred to as single wing choke, all right? So one more time. You'll open the lapel to create enough space so you can catch this. Once you have 4 fingers on the outside, you don't want to let go of this grip. Only the first one goes behind the neck. And now from here, you would stretch out. And don't forget, when you do these techniques, you'll have your feet in for hooks. Just for tutorial purposes, since I'm larger than Alex, I'm going to stay in this position so you guys can see the exact techniques as we explain them. All right, the second one we're going to look at is the rear naked, right? A classic choke you'll see in Jiu-Jitsu, in NOGI, as well as MMA. Self-defense, we use this a lot as well because we don't always have the gripping techniques of our collars. Now, the rear naked choke basically is the arm that will be on top will make its way to the shoulder as such, right? So I bring my palm right to his shoulder. Now I'll bring the other arm across so I can hold my own bicep. So the hand that was holding the shoulder here will latch onto your own arm like this, just the bicep. Now you'll take this palm and bring it once again behind his neck, just like the first technique. And now what we need to do is sink in everything nice and tight. And as you bring the elbows against his chest, you breathe and expand everything into the choke, all right? It's a very effective technique. So from here, you would grab onto his shoulder, grab onto your own arm, and now bring this palm behind the neck as such, behind his neck, and now sink in what we call the rear naked choke. Very basic technique that every white belt should know. The next one we'll look at is the collar choke. So now, once again, we'll open the lapel, grab onto the first collar here, but instead of going for his arm now, we're just going to continue reaching over the opposite side of the collar. See, if I take my hands out, far side collar on the right side and far side collar for my left arm as well. So the one that goes on top will grab onto his lapel, and the one that's stuck in the bottom will simply reach to the opposite side underneath that grip. And now I'll pull this one down towards his belly button so it could sink in the choke, one, and then stretch out for the regular collar choke with 2 hands as grips. So once again, here we go, 1 and 2. Now bring this elbow right here behind the shoulder and sink in the choke as you stretch them out. Now keep in mind, all of these techniques we're working on today, you would be doing from the back control position, and you could also have your hooks and fall to your side completely so you're able to finish all of the chokes as well. This next one, we're gonna go for this, but now maybe he's holding on to my arm or even hiding his neck, tucking his chin. So instead what we're gonna do is use the arm that's underneath and drive it across the shoulder. So as I punch this one through, I'm gonna reach for my own sleeve. Bring my arm behind the neck, like the first variation, and I'll sink this one in for the Ezekiel choke. All right, so once again, I have this position here. I'll shoot this one across. Grab my own sleeve, bring it behind, keep his arm in the equation. As I stretch him out, we'll have the choke from there as well. Once you're attacking the back, if you're going for the lapel, now sometimes you don't even have access to this one here because he's going to take his collar away, and now you don't have these options. Maybe he's holding this arm tight and you can't raise for the first technique we talked about. but you have one single thing, and that is the collar. So what we're gonna do now, instead, we'll take it away, and we're gonna reach for his pants. Always grab the grip near his knee. And now, as I remove myself from the side, I'll lean onto my shoulder as such, okay? Keeping the choke, I'll bring this leg over his shoulder, and now the other one will cross on top, and I'll just stretch, and this is called the bow and arrow. So once again, you're going for your initial techniques, and now you'll just disengage and go for his pants instead. Always make a nice grip using the 4 fingers. And now as I remove one foot, I'll just simply slide to the side, lean onto my back on my left side, bring the leg over the shoulder, and then bring the other one on top. Lock it in and stretch them out. When we're going for the attacks from the back control, sometimes some of the choking techniques will be all blocked. So what we're gonna do from here, as I'm connecting for some lapels, he's hiding everything. He's also gonna be using his arm to try to block this arm from going in to the collar in the first place. So if he traps this, what I'm going to do is use the opposite arm to break free. I'm gonna hold him here and then seesaw across and then switch my grip. Once I have this position, now I can move my legs, once again fall to my left side, and now easily pass this leg over and swap into the regular arm bar. So let's take a look once again. I'm going for some lapel chokes. Maybe I open this one. He's blocking this hand. Watch. Break free, go across, and now push and swap that grip. Now footwork comes in to trap his hip before you lean in. And now all you need to do is bring the back leg over and clamp and switch and finalize your arm bar. All right, guys, so there you have it. Some techniques you can use from the back control position, guys. Take a look again, rewind the video, watch a few times if you missed some of the details, but best thing to do is always just to repeat the technique slowly with a training partner. Take your time and cooperatively always work on those techniques one after the other, right? So leave us a thumbs up if you enjoyed techniques from the back control, you want to see more. Don't forget, if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe because we're going to be doing more Jiu-Jitsu videos, and we will catch you
in the next video.
Take care.